We're here to talk about women's rights, and it's really great to have your support. Thanks so much, police, for making it safe for us here today. So we need to clear up a few misperceptions about why women come to Parliament to talk about our rights. And the best way for us to do that is to meet a wonderful woman from New South Wales called Radical Rebella. Hopefully I got that right. So Nina's going to just let us know what happened last time we were here.
So the anti-woman, big pharma supporting postmodern fake leftists who've shown up to silence women's voices today, they tell a lot of lies. They told lies about what happened in Melbourne in 2023, and they're still flogging that lie today, 2 years later, trying to use it to incite violence against women speaking peacefully about our rights. They said that women should have left the area because some angry men showed up, but we will not be deterred. When they won't hear us in Parliament, we take it to the streets. We educate, we agitate, and we organise. Women were right where they needed to be. Well, we know why we came here today. We're gonna speak and we won't go away. We are here to stand up for women's rights, but the TRAs just came out to fight. Clowns to the left of me, Nazis to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, I'm stuck in the middle with you. The misogynists will do what they do. Left-wing media won't give us a voice, so we're here at Parliament steps, no choice. Clowns to the left of me, Nazis to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. Well, the women started speaking and the men, they really hate that. Woo! Come crashing through our rally, smashing stuff and people going That's what happened.
Thank you, beautiful girl. Thank you so much. We're going to get through a group of amazing women this morning. So next, Crystal Mitchell needs no introduction, and she's everybody's favourite former policewoman, retired policewoman, I think we'll say. So, Crystal.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for coming. I stand before you not just as a woman and not just as a former police officer, but as someone who has seen firsthand what happens when ideology trumps reality, when truth is silenced, and when those entrusted to protect women turn their backs on us. Victoria passed these anti-vilification laws, so-called. They tell us it's progress. They tell us it's about safety, about inclusion. But let me tell you what it really is. A gag order. A legal muzzle strapped across the mouths of women who dare to say the obvious. That sex is real, that biology matters, and that safeguarding children and women is not hate speech. These laws are not a shield, they're a sword wielded against women who speak the truth. They've expanded vilification protections to include gender identity, effectively criminalising dissent, shutting down debate, and threatening women with jail time up to 5 years for asserting our own boundaries. Let that sink in. A violent man can walk free with a slap on the wrist, but a woman who refuses to call a male rapist she could be dragged through the courts. They've made it a crime to say no. To say women's spaces are for women. To say he is not a she. 5 years in jail for defending reality. Only women menstruate. Women have XX chromosomes and men do not. These are not controversial. This is biology. They are the truth. 5 years in prison. You know what else gets you 5 years in Victoria? Trafficking cannabis, possessing an unlicensed firearm, recklessly causing serious injury, committing perjury in court. So I ask you, how desperate and hateful towards women must a government be to equate a woman speaking about biology with someone who breaks bones, with someone who lies under oath, Those two blokes at the G a few weeks ago with those guns, they could get less jail time for that than you will for saying males cannot be lesbians. This isn't about your safety. This isn't about kindness. This is about power. It's about the control of speech, the control of thought, the power to redefine a woman. And when woman means nothing, we mean nothing. This law is a political weapon. It's state-sanctioned gaslighting, and it forces us to say things that we know are false, and it punishes us for saying things that we know are true. And I urge the police listening here today, do what's right, use your discretion. Do not enforce these disgusting, misogynistic, hate-filled laws. This is not inclusion, it's erasure, it's obliteration. And they've taken our spaces, our toilets, our change rooms, our sports, and now they want our voices too? No, not today, not ever. We will not back down, and we will not be erased. To the cowards in Parliament who voted for this, you do not speak for us. You've started a war on women and you will lose. To every woman in this crowd, raise your voice louder. This is your moment. Hold the line, speak the truth, refuse to be erased. And to every person who dares call truth hate, we see you and we are not afraid of you.
I'm here to speak for the lesbians. We are all women, biological women. And for all the lesbians, the real lesbians, the biological women, I say it's time we were allowed to have our lesbian-only spaces. We've taken this to the courts, to the tribunal, to get an exemption, would you believe, to be able to have lesbian-only spaces. The latest decision from the Administrative Appeals Tribunal was that yes, indeed, we could exclude everybody who's not a lesbian from our events, except that poor, vulnerable, hard done by minority of men who wish they were lesbians. We are not allowed to exclude them from our spaces. If we do, they will take us to the Human Rights Commission or other courts and make cases against us. They have done this before. We are the canaries in the coal mine because 20 years ago, 25 years ago, we applied for a similar exemption and were denied that. So we've been fighting this for decades. We've been not able to have lesbian-only spaces with real lesbians in them for decades. It's the predators that come in, those who just want to go about their life and pretend they're lesbians. Well, you know, let them do it, and they've got friends, I guess, who let them pretend that. But the ones who want to make trouble are the ones that take us to court. Yay to the UK Supreme Court for upholding the reality of biological sex. Unfortunately, our Australian Human Rights Commission do not do that. They come out at every opportunity, in every case, court case, to reiterate that in their view, sex is changeable. We can all change our sex over our lifetime, several times, actually. Legally, we can. It sounds farcical, it sounds like something you laugh at, but it's true. We can all go down, or even online, don't even have to go anywhere, and change our sex on our birth certificate. We can do that every 12 months. That's the laws in Victoria and most other states. I think all other states can do that. UK didn't have self-ID laws And so they were able to come out and say sex is biological. In Australia, we're not allowed to do that. We were appealing their decision. We're taking it to the federal court. Probably won't be heard till February next year. But we're also have applied to intervene into the Grover versus Tickle case in the federal court too. And that's being heard in August. So if they allow our intervention, then hopefully that will have the same sort of power that the intervention into the UK case had.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you found that you're a self-made man, and your friends they all come crawling, slap you on the back and say, please, please. Try to make some sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go to sleep on the floor? 'Cause I don't think that I can take anymore.
On behalf of a growing collective of Victorian families, all with teenage and young adult children experiencing gender distress. The majority are neurodiverse and most have experienced trauma or mental illness. All of them have our full support to express whatever sexuality they wish to, and a number are same-sex attracted. In many cases, schools have intentionally excluded parents from discussions regarding their child's gender and have socially transitioned them without consent. And teenagers that have socially transitioned at school often start medicalising as soon as they reach 18. Some doctors will write scripts for cross-sex hormones without psychological assessment or understanding of their full medical history. The school-to-clinic pipeline is very real. And unlike our children who think they're immortal, we understand the long-term risks they are taking of sterility, chronic pain, possible incontinence, heart attack, cancer, or hormone-induced depression, among others. The current system discourages mature reflection, prudence, and caution with the disparaging word gatekeeping. One distressed teenager was told by a school counsellor that they would probably suicide if they did not transition. Of course, they started on hormones. Another recognised that it was the encouragement toward transition that they received at school that fuelled their distress and disgust with their own body. Despite this insight and a complex mental health history, they also started on hormones. A young adult who has since desisted recognises that their autism and developmental trauma underpinned their distress, but trans was the only explanation that had been offered for their feelings. In our collective lived experience, a trans identity and medicalisation has not led to more fulfilled and authentic lives. Those teenagers who have medicalised largely live more isolated lives. Many have given up their hobbies, sports, their studies, their jobs. Their mental and physical health has deteriorated and their medical care is uninformed and incomplete. As their families, we are desperately concerned about both their short-term and long-term health. For those who have moved past a trans identity or have had little engagement with the professionalised gender industry, we see growth and personal development, new friendships, new challenges, and re-engagement with their families and interests. In our experience, ruminating on a trans identity is a psychological dead end. I talk about this subject with a lot of people, and a response I often get is, oh, but I have some trans friends, they're really happy being their authentic selves, your experiences are not normal. The experts know what they're doing. Those people, I say, if you wear your rainbow heart on your sleeve, as we are all encouraged to do, you will never hear these stories. If you wear a rainbow lanyard, if you add pronouns to your emails, if you put up -18 posters in your workplace, you are signalling to anybody who has had a bad experience that you have already chosen a side in the debate, that they cannot tell you their story because, for them, you are not a safe person. Stories like ours are all around you. Please be open to them.
Such a pleasure to be here, and fantastic to see you here too, David. Well done. And I know how brave all of you women are to be here. You know, sometimes people say that sexism isn't really a thing anymore in our society. We've got about, 100 police officers for maybe a similar amount of women to keep us safe, simply because we understand that biological sex is real and that the issues that we experience in society often relate to our biological sex. It is crazy that we need so many police officers, for which I'm very grateful that they are here, just so we can do a talk. It's nuts. As stated earlier, speaking on behalf of women is a career-limiting move, as it has turned out. I hosted Kelly J. Keane in Perth about 2 years ago, and I have been bullied and cancelled ever since. So we've just had our election in Western Australia. I did run as an independent. Unfortunately, I didn't make it in. I'm not necessarily pro-Trump, but what a lot of politicians don't understand, that what happened in the US is that lifelong left-leaning feminists, lesbians and gender-critical women voted for Trump because they understand that gender ideology is more harmful to women and children than the loss of abortion rights. Yeah? People don't get that. They go, oh, those Americans, they're crazy for voting for Trump. But that is one of the reasons that he got in. I'd say to the politicians here running for federal level government need to be aware of that too. Women have a voice, right? We are seeing women starting to be braver, speak up more. We're seeing men joining in this fight as well. We're seeing more healthcare professionals coming on board too, psychologists, psychiatrists, pediatricians, because the gender affirmative care model harms. It doesn't fix anything. It is not indicated for anything. It is simply harmful. No one is born in the wrong body. So, in our election, who to vote for? Okay, some people say don't vote. Please do vote. You've got this little bit of power. Don't squander it by not voting. If you're going to vote above the line, do 1 to 6. If you're voting below the line, do a minimum of 1 to 20. Now, parties not to vote for: the Greens. Yeah. Don't vote Labor. All right. Don't vote animal justice. Don't vote legalised cannabis. Who does know biological reality? We have People First. They've got 2 really strong candidates in Western Australia. I'm not quite sure who they have here, but they are anti-woke and they are pro-sensible, reasonable governance. And we have the Libertarians. Yeah, they have spoken out about this. Once again, a logical reality, which is why we have David Limbrick here, which is really good to see, because the Victorian Parliament here is pretty woke as well. Now, it used to be that I was very much on the left, I'm much more centrist now.
Jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall.
These laws would not have passed in Victoria if it were not for the Greens. So, and they've just behaved atrociously to a large number of women in the Greens who are holding up the Greens. And one of those, Helen Lewis, is here to speak to us today.
Hi everybody, lovely to be here with you. As Jasmine said, I'm an ex-Green member of about a couple of years, and I'm here today in support of sex-based rights. My main message is, don't vote Greens. Put the Greens last.
Trying to make some sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go to sleep on the floor? 'Cause I don't think that I can take anymore. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Together, side by side, we will defend our rights. We stand together, side by side, we'll not give up this fight. For women's rights are human rights, we won't let you forget. For women's rights are human rights, this isn't over yet. Politicians and their friends may think we can be cowed. Our minds and bodies will defend, our no will ring out loud. For women's rights are human rights, we won't let you forget. For women's rights are human rights, this isn't over yet. Here's a hand in sisterhood, our
our sex won't be denied. For dignity, reality, we are standing side by side. For women's rights are human rights, we won't let you forget. For women's rights are human rights, this is